Y'all, get y'all asses in here. We got to talk about this shit, okay? Shout out to Binary, Dr. Binary Code, okay? Listen, guys. An entire heel turn from AFWs and HKC just happened right now before our very eyes. And we got to talk about this, okay? I'm going to break it down. I'm going to talk about this because, I don't fuck with either one of these motherfuckers, but at the end of the day, this is exactly what happens when you don't clean up the past, right? And don't really be honest with each other about the past and really be honest with each other about things that you've done and, not hiding your rocks, throwing rocks and then hiding hands. And then you out here, quote unquote, protecting people in the chat and all this bullshit. It's all a farce, right? It's all bullshit. And this was a clear example of that. And we are definitely going to get into that. Y'all make sure y'all grab some popcorn, grab your libations, whatever you're going to do, because we're about to get into this shit right here. I can't believe what I just witnessed, but I should believe it because it's crazy. Listen, child, if y'all missed it, I will put a link to the video in the description box. Hopefully Binary won't take it down. He probably will. I don't know. But there was an entire whole kerfuffle, like whole argument between Grownb+Tch, okay, and Rev Toothless Tammy G, okay? Them two went at it. And I got to hand Rev G his motherfucking flowers. I got to hand him his goddamn flowers, y'all. As much as I don't like this motherfucking fool-ass, toothless-ass nigga, I will say, he fucking bodied that nigga, okay? And I'm going to tell you why I say he bodied him, okay? He used the same tactics that Grown Man tried to use. Grown Man came into the chat. I've been sitting there that whole time. I was watching the show. I'll be watching Binary just like he watches me, right? So, I'm watching the show and I'm just listening from the clouds and I'm looking in the chat and stuff. And here comes, Grown Man coming in. Me and this is what always happens with Grown Man, okay? Me and Crimes, right, will argue with some nigga about some situation, okay? Go into an argument or a female about whatever the situation is. And her faggot ass boyfriend, baby daddy, want to jump in the situation and jump in the conversation, right? And then when he does that, he does it blindly and doesn't realize that it was his bitch that started the situation, right? So he comes in talking about, oh, we got a problem. Is there a problem? Like that's not what real niggas do, right? A real nigga will check his woman if she's wrong in a situation. He don't have to do it publicly, right? He don't have to say nothing publicly, but there should be a change in her. She shouldn't be doing this stuff if you really putting your foot down at home, which is exactly what Rev G said. So he used everything that this nigga should be doing against that nigga. And I have to commend Rev G for that. I'm going to have to give him a hand clap and I'm going to have to hand that nigga some flowers. Because honestly, that's what it takes for niggas to stand up to a nigga like that. You understand? Because the niggas I know would stand up to him with his own bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? That's why he hasn't come out to come see me or none of them, okay? Because he knows that no real man is going to stand there and just let you punk them and pussy them over some fucking YouTube beef that your bitch is getting started. This is what he's trying to tell you, Grownb+Tch. While you out here trying to be big willy-nilly out here on these YouTube streets, and it ain't that motherfucking serious. Because like you said, this shit is fucking fake, right? It's clear that the relationship between you and AAS and him is not real. It's all just here for quote-unquote street protection, YouTube protection. How the fuck is anybody protecting anybody on YouTube? Like, explain that to me. I don't understand that. And then on top of that, you got the nerve to be in your bag and in your feelings about this nigga bringing up your dead mother when you sat up and brought up my dead grandfather and put pictures of him up and everything else. Nigga, fuck you. Fuck you and your feelings about what niggas are saying about your mom. You have said some very disgusting things about the women in this sector, sir, while you 60 plus years old on these motherfucking YouTube streets talking shit, and now you got punked by Reverend Toothless Tammy, and now you want to be in your feelings screaming on the motherfucking phone like you really that nigga. You not that nigga though. That's the thing. And that's what that nigga lets you know. You're not that guy. And he knows you're not that guy. You could talk about all this shit about threats and what niggas gonna do and what niggas can do and pipe bombs and bitch, you're not that nigga. Okay? I don't give a fuck what the fuck you've done, who you know, how you know them. I don't give a fuck about none of that. At the end of the day, real fucking niggas and real fucking gangsters move the fucking silence, and you don't. You talk more than fucking breaking the culture of silence do. You talk like that bitch do. Like, you be so motherfucking talkative, talk about your fucking shit, about your business, where you at, what you doing, all this. You do that shit. That ain't no gangster shit. And a real nigga can recognize shit like that. I got to actually hand Rev G that for really putting you in your fucking place for that 1 second. I got to give him that. Because you really deserve that. It's crazy how the sector turns like that, though, and how heel turns come about, right? And how, you know, it always starts with some bullshit. Like, it's usually some dumb shit, and something got misconstrued in the sauce, and now here go motherfuckers going at it, right? The thing is this: Grown Snitch, you didn't even have to get in that conversation, right? Rev G was not on there. I was listening to the whole thing. He was not disrespecting me and Crimes. He wasn't disrespecting L. He was just telling what he thought and what his perspective of the situation was. And that's just what it is. Why did you need to get in that? Yeah, L ain't your bitch. Why the fuck are you jumping in a conversation over bitches in a chat room? It ain't that motherfucking serious. You should be taking care of what's going on in your home. And like he said, if you were on top of your shit going in your house, like being able to step in your own house, right? Like he said, you talking about when's the last time you stepped in a church? I mean, that's true, but when's the last time you stepped in your own house? That's what he said. And that's fucking true. When's the last time you've been the motherfucking man in your motherfucking house where your bitch ain't on here just roguely doing the fuck shit that she fucking do? And then you want to jump in the motherfucking sauce and in the motherfucking fire for a bitch that clearly wouldn't do that shit for you while she out here on motherfucking panels talking to other niggas, showing niggas her toes and all kinds of shit. She doing that shit. But you got control of your household? The reason why you feel like you need to act like you this tough nigga around here on YouTube is because you're really not. And that nigga checked you and he showed the fucking world that you're not. That's unfortunate for you. You know why? Because you're 60 plus. And you shouldn't be up here acting like you some fucking G and you really this nigga and you really gonna shoot niggas and you really gonna do this and you're not gonna do shit. You're not. Because if you were, you would be quiet about it. You understand? Like, you would just learn how to move silently. And you don't. You talk so fucking much. It's crazy. You need to check your bitch. Like, real shit. That's what you should do. And, you know, instead of trying to, you know, get other people to think that you're really that tough, because nobody believes you. For real. It's clear nobody believes you. They're all sitting there now like, you know, oh, this is fucked up. I don't like this shit. This is messed up. Yeah, because this thing is not built correctly. You understand, y'all? This whole fucking foundation is fucked up. This shit was built on fuck shit. This shit was built on trash. This shit was built on nonsense. This shit was built on kindergarten ass bullshit. I wouldn't even put that on a kindergartner. This bullshit that be going on in this sector. How do y'all expect to build with one another and really have a strong, solid foundation when you got a whole bunch of snakes in a fucking pit together. All y'all niggas need to clean this fucking shit up. That's what you need to do. When you get that done and when you break down them fucking barriers and them fucking walls and be honest about some shit, and, you know, keep it a beam with each other about what's real and what's not, right? When you be honest with each other about what's acceptable and what's not, because if it's not acceptable in real life, it shouldn't the fuck be acceptable here, right? But you can't have both. You can't have your cake and eat that shit too. You got to have one or the other. You either going to have a cleaned up sector or you're going to have a fucked up sector that's going to have niggas just keep stabbing each other in the back and keep coming for each other because there is no fucking honor amongst fucking thieves. Period. That's it. I don't know what else to tell nobody about it. But it's a damn shame what I just seen. But you know what? I seen it coming and I knew that shit was going to come. I knew that shit was going to come because, like I said, there's no fucking honor amongst thieves. When you got motherfuckers doing fuck shit, like straight fuck shit to each other and then trying to act like they're just, you know, like this is the right thing to be doing. And you always stay in this one space because this one space allows for the wrong shit to be right. Right. And of course, you're going to have spillovers in each other. Now each other going to start doxing each other and all that. And it's clear Rev G is not fucking scared of your ass, yo. Rev G is not scared of you, grown man. Like, I'm not either. I don't know why anybody is. Rev G is not scared of you, clearly. Okay. So now, you know, what are we going to do? And I wonder what AAS is going to do. Is AAS actually going to hop out the window and come for Rev G's aid like she always claims she does, right? She claims she always cares about her friends and she cares about what happens to her friends. And, you know, you don't treat her friends treacherously. You don't disrespect her friends on panels in front of everybody. She go hours and hours with live streams, not live streams, but uploads about people that have talked about Rev G 3, 4, and 5 years ago. I wonder what she's going to do about this. I wonder if she's going to have the same energy for Grown Man that she's had for anybody else that has talked about Rev G. Because what he said today, that was a lot of pent up fucking energy that he said. He said a lot of shit. I got to say that too. Grown Man said a lot of shit. He got his little rocks off and said what he needed to say. And to be honest with you, it was wrong for Rev G to talk about his dead mother, right? But that's karma for your motherfucking ass. While you sitting up talking about mines, while you're talking about molestation of a child. You understand what I'm saying? And different shit like that. Those are the things, that's the energy that you put out. And now you want to cry. Like you sounded like you was about to shed tears. You sounded like you was about to cry, sir. I wasn't even crying when I heard what the fuck you said. I was like, well, damn, this nigga's weird. You literally sounded like you was about to cry. Like you couldn't believe. How could you talk about my mother? How could you do this? The same way you opened your motherfucking crusty lips and talked about my grandfather. The same way you did that. The same way you opened your dusty ass motherfucking mouth and talked about my molestation as a child. Yeah, the same way that happened, that's the same way, okay? He talked about your dead mother. And that's fucked up, ain't it? Don't feel too fucking good, do it. Yeah, I could tell it didn't because you sounded like you was shedding fucking tears, baby. That's a goddamn shame. And it's right because it's disrespectful. It was wrong, right? Same way it was for me. But you get what comes back to you. And that's just what it is, right? It's amazing how this retrograde that we're going through is a lot of motherfuckers that's getting slapped smooth in the mouth with karma. That's crazy. Yeah. So y'all want the sector to turn and y'all want niggas to build. This is your opportunity because the universe is cleaning this fucking shit up. That's facts. But it's got to definitely be honest and open about what people are responsible for and what people really have done around here. That's just that. That's just that. Yeah. And that's unfortunate, you know. I feel sorry for that situation because y'all two grown ass fucking men And both of y'all bitch ass niggas have been out here doing bitch ass, pussy ass shit. Both of y'all have. I don't give a fuck who don't like that shit. Both of y'all niggas been pussy. Period. So at the end of the day, I'm not taking neither side, but I will say I got to hand that to Rev G because he was right. And you know what? He honestly was calm and collected. He didn't scream and jump up and down and yell and do all this stuff. He talked to you exactly like you deserve to be talked to. Mm-hmm. He sure did. And you couldn't fucking take it because you're not used to the pussy ass niggas on these YouTube streets that don't want to stand up to you when they hear you talking shit about the sexualization of a child, when they hear you talking shit about somebody's dead grandparents, when they hear you just allowing your wife to just disrespect any and everybody's man and any and everybody's kids and anybody and everybody's situations, calling CPS and just being okay with these types of things from your woman, right? Mm-hmm. You get all that energy back, all of it. And now you can sit in that, right? It's funny because when Rev G left the panel, he was like, shit, I'm out of here. I ain't even got to keep dealing with this. I done showed you to be pussy, period. Like, and he left. You didn't even have a word to say. Like, you left. Like, because you realize that you could be fucking touched too, right? You realize that a pussy ass nigga like that can fucking touch you too. Mm-hmm. Can talk shit about you and make your feelings hurt and make you cry in front of the entire sector. Mm-hmm. Okay? We already knew you was pussy when, you pulled up to the precinct when TC pulled up on you a couple years ago. But this right here, I knew you was pussy just the way you talk, right? You just act like you just this gangster and just like, there's no way. And then, this whole thing, today and all the other times, that you be talking, this was just funny. Like, you have no idea how funny this is to people like myself and other people who really can't stand your dusty ass, right? Some people probably are just afraid for some reason, that, you're really, going to do something to them, so they don't talk about you. But I know they were like secretly like, yes, nigga, I love this shit. Because this pussy ass nigga really deserves this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They were in the clouds listening and enjoying. Yeah, but hey, it is what it is. I appreciate everybody that is in the chat. Make sure that y'all do hit the like button. Everybody that's in the clouds as well. That's all I really had to say, honey. I just had to talk about this shit because that shit was hilarious. And like I said, I don't know what AAS is going to do, right? But her camp is falling apart simply because her camp is built on a shaky ass fucking foundation. You cannot build a strong, beautiful mansion built, mansion bearing home on a shaky ass fucking foundation. And that's just that. When y'all clean that foundation up, right? When y'all get rid of the fucking snakes and the fucking cancer, y'all niggas can build all day. But as long as y'all trying to build on this bullshit, this is what the fuck y'all niggas gonna have, and it's gonna keep being heel turn after heel turn after heel turn, and niggas gonna be disappointed on this, disappointed in that. It's gonna keep going. It's just gonna keep going because this foundation is fucked up. I don't give a fuck what narratives they trying to paint now. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant, right? Everybody who is responsible for something should just be held accountable and really be honest about it. And, and be honest about what's cool and what's the fuck not. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just that. Because, again, you don't get to, like erase history and act like, oh, I did this, but that was okay because I didn't like this person or because, my wife didn't like this person. But then somebody turn around and give you that same fucking karma, that same fucking energy. And you're like, how could we do this? We got to build. We can't be doing this stuff around here. Oh, when the last time you've been to church? And he said, well, when the last time you've been in your own house? Woo, child. Woo, child. Woo, child. Damn shame. Damn shame. Well, listen, guys, I got to go. I appreciate y'all. I just wanted to give y'all a quick word on all of this, honey. Okay, amen, amen, church. Okay, this shit was crazy. Again, I'm going to put a link to the video in the description box because it was wild. The conversation between Grownb+Tch and Reverend Toothless Tammy was absolutely fucking crazy. And honey, I just can't believe it. What's up, Glow? Riz Lyricist, I appreciate you. Pixie Longshot, Lance Christopher, Whistleblower, and Don't At Me, I Don't Give a Fuck, child. Listen, that shit was hilarious over there. Hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. And I love Dr. Binary Code. That's my nigga, man. I fucks with him. He be doing some dumb shit sometime. But this time, it was like, he didn't even want to get in the conversation, y'all. That nigga was just like, let me mute, and I'm not even going to comment. I'm not going to have anything to say. I'm not having nothing to do with any of this stuff. I'm not even in it. His name was Bennett. He wasn't even in it, honey. That's just crazy. Well, listen, guys, we are out of here. I do appreciate y'all for being in the building. Make sure, again, that y'all do hit the like button, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace, guys. Thank you guys again for watching.